The Biden administration is set to reinstate the Remain in Mexico policy installed by former President Donald Trump. President Biden scrapped the policy soon after taking office. A court order forced him to bring it back. And joining me now is Alfonso Aguilar, president of the Latino Partnership for Conservative Principles. Alfonso, welcome back. Great to see you. As we just mentioned, Remain in Mexico policy was reinstated today. For those who may not know that much about or understand it, Alfonso, can you break that down, what exactly it means?
Well, it's very simple. It basically says that whoever arrives at our southern border and asks for asylum has to wait in Mexico while the case is being adjudicated in the U.S. So they can't be processed at the border and then let in the United States. They have to wait in Mexico. So the administration begins reestablishing the policy today. It begins in San Diego. Then in the next few days, they will move to Texas and will reestablish the policy in 3 different cities, El Paso, Laredo, and Brownsville. And they're saying that they will provide more access to legal services for people who enroll in the program, and that they will try to adjudicate the case within 6 months. It's ironic, though, because remember that when at the beginning of the administration, President Biden revoked this policy, saying that it was inherently flawed. So now they're forced to implement this policy because of a court order.
Alfonso, I want to ask you about that. You know, your take on this about face. What do you think about this?
Well, you know, again, they're forced by the court. They certainly don't like the policy. But the reality is that at the end, unfortunately, it's going to be ineffective because this policy was put in place in tandem with other border security policies by the Trump administration. Trump expanded the construction of the wall system. He entered into safe country agreements with the Northern Triangle countries in Central America. And he ensured that Mexico would send additional National Guard troops to patrol the Mexico-U.S. border. So there were a number of measures that were put together along with Remain in Mexico that ensured that there was a good way to dissuade people from making the trip north to our southern border. So I don't think that this policy in itself is going to be strong enough to dissuade people from making the journey north. I should also point out that one thing that they've also added to the policy as they reestablish the policy is that as people meet with border officials, they're going to be asked, the migrants are going to be asked unprompted whether they fear remaining in Mexico. So remember that somebody who asks for asylum has to show that that person has a credible fear that if they return to their home country, they're going to be persecuted. But now they're going to be asked a second question, and that is, do you also fear remaining in Mexico? So if they say yes, then many of those may be processed right there and let in the United States. So I think that measure is going to be used as a subterfuge to try to enter the U.S. So I think, you know, because it's a court order, they're going to have to resume the policy. But I think in the way it's going to be implemented, it's just not going to be effective.
Well, Alfonso, I'm so sorry. We have to leave it right there. So much more we can talk about, though. Thank you so much for your time and your analysis today.
Thank you.